you would get more value if you were to stretch your comfort zone.
Oh, in a full year, and that lets you save. Look here.
Welcome to a brand new edition of Ageless Energy, where we talk about how to burn fat, increase energy, and balance hormones for women over 40. Over the past 20 years as a performance coach, I've worked with hundreds of women that have the exact same struggles you do. I hope to shine some light with this podcast on what can be the most challenging time of your life and let you know there is hope to find success with your health and what you're looking for. Please share and enjoy. Hey, everyone. Guess what? I got a new toy. I'm very excited. I did a video yesterday of inside the cage. So I gotta tell you, so I don't have my tripod. So this camera is literally sitting on a protein container. and I got a new camera. I'm like a big kid. Maybe that's normal. I don't buy things very often, to be honest with you. And so I've got a new camera. And I got to tell you, those that don't know, I've said this a few times, but I have this older, it's called a Canon T3i. It's a DSLR. And I got it like 8 or 10 years ago. And it's still good quality. It's just, the technology's outdated. Like, so every time I would do a live, so some of you guys that are watching would watch my lives regularly, I would be 5 to 10 minutes late. And I would literally sit there and I would auto zoom the camera, and I would go sit in the chair and I'd be like, no, it's blurry. And I have like a little bit of like OCD, like perfectionist complex. So I want things to be done right. So I set up my camera and I set up the background and I set up the lighting, and I got this blurry camera. So I'd sit in my seat and I'm behind the camera. And then sometimes I'd be like, Dorothy, come down here and sit in the seat. So it was bonkers. But I mean, these are expensive, and it was $1,000. I still think, I think that's expensive. And I paid like 8 years ago. I paid $600 for my DSLR camera, my Canon, which I didn't even have $600. So, anyways, I just wanted to do a trial, first of all, and to share my excitement with you guys. I feel like here's the thing. Like we used to do, like in our previous program, which is called our Fit Family. We used to do one Cooking with Dorothy live every week on the weekend. We would do 3 live workouts every morning, or every Monday, Wednesday, every week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I try to jump on and do another live. And most people said that was too much. So I understand that. And because of that, we were able to allocate our time to other areas. I'm in the shipping house, if you guys didn't know, and there's people walking by, and of course, I don't know if you can hear the forklifts and such. So what was I saying? Oh, so it was too much. But I wouldn't mind sitting here hanging out with you guys more often. I just don't know if it offers any value to you, or much value, enough for you to sit here and hang out with me. But I thought there's a few things that I could mention to at least offer some value while I'm doing this recording. So on Monday, just made that up. Tomorrow I'm going to go live on our Facebook group to do open Q&A. So you guys should join that if you're available. 8 a.m. Mountain Time, Ageless Energy Facebook group. I'm going to do that. Anyone that's interested in Raspberry Splash, I have at the shipping house. So if you order from the website, we only have 7 left. That's it. And then we dropped off a half a dozen at the farm table. And then we dropped off 2 cases at the Uptown Market. And that's it. Once it's gone, we're not going to bring it back till next summer. So I think Laura bought a case. I know there's a handful of you that bought, but we have people stocking up, and it goes like wildfire. I'm actually surprised we still have some left. So just so you know what's happening there, I got a lot of those forms back. So you guys should be filling out your progress report every week. And the thing is the problem being a hand talker. The thing is that like I would say thank you for filling that out, because it helps us facilitate to be better coaches and to facilitate you in the program better. But like, you should be thanking yourself, right? Because you're putting in the effort to fill out those forms so you can get better, to be more accountable, and to improve on things. Like, you should look at that form each week and you should see like where you can improve on within that form, right? It's the same thing with measurements. Like, for me, I know your measurements are also on the app, and that's where we ask you to upload them, because otherwise I myself or Dorothy wouldn't be able to see, like, we wouldn't be able to see your progress if you didn't upload. Like, that's an what are they doing? That's an obvious statement, right? But for me, so if you haven't been following along yet, we're working on a new program that's a meal plan specific. So I take my progress pictures. I do the exact same thing we ask you guys to do, because we know that's where we see success, where we see results. So in my notes section of my phone, I have my progress pictures. I have my weight and measurements. I have everything here. So I actually look up and I see August 7th and I see weight 202, for example. And now I go to August 14th. I just weighed in yesterday. So it's 200.8. I recorded what time? August 14th at 9:06 a.m. Like, the more details you add, and the problem is, like, with this kind of stuff, sometimes we have people that don't do any measurements, or do minimal measurements, or do them as quickly as possible, and so they're not accurate. So put everything aside for a moment and consider what you're doing. Like, for me, this is an experiment. This is a new program to see if it is an experiment to see if it'll work. And it's already working. And Dorothy lost 2.2 pounds, and she doesn't even have much to lose. Like, that's the crazy part. She lost 2.2 pounds in her first week. I'm on my second week, and I'm down. I started at 205. That was 2 weeks ago, and I'm down to 200.8. So, well, you can do the math. 4.2 pounds in 2 weeks. Like, that's a lot. Like, that's significant. So, like, this is what we're building out for you guys on the back end. And I want to put myself through it so I know what you guys are going through. And I can help better understand, like, what your struggles with, like, what the challenges with pictures, with measurements, etc. It's not a new program. It's just a new meal plan. But so I guess what I'm saying here is, like, I have everything recorded in my notes on my phone, so I can easily reference them. And sometimes I hear people like, oh, the app is like, I can't see last week's or whatever. I didn't put in my measurements in the app. Like, put them somewhere. Like, save them somewhere. There's not one single person that we've worked with that hasn't take their measurements, and in a few weeks or a few months, they're like, I wish I started taking my measurements. And that's why we recommend this stuff to you, because we know it works. What did I want to share with you? I'm working on a new platform. Now, I don't want this to overwhelm anyone, but I'm working on a new platform, and it's exciting because there's a lot of things we can do with it, which we're not able to do with Facebook in particular. Now, it is it's a new branch of what we're doing. It's not going to change MAP entirely unless when we open it up to you guys, unless everyone's like, hey, this is way better format, let's use this. It's called School. I've kind of polled our audience and asked about it. But what I really like about it is the gamification is one, for obvious reasons. Those that you don't know, I played professional baseball all over the country, all over the world. And then I feel like it gives people something to look forward to. So let's say, for example, week 1, you'll get a meal plan, right? That's the first one. This is not week 1, month 1. In like module 1, you'll get a meal plan. Module 2, I don't know. We're actually experimenting and researching with new supplements. Not that we're going to sell them immediately, but we found success through research and experimentation in aid. So we thought maybe some people would be interested in leveling up with supplementation. So after we can set an auto program up. So in 4 weeks, we can automatically give you access to module 2. So that's locked. You don't get access to module 2 until you until you get through the 28 days, so 4 weeks. And then after that, there's like, I have it all like on this board behind me. It might be, module 3 might be design your own meal plan, and that's using these foods from these categories. And I feel like that could be enjoyable for some people, at least so you know how to use that meal plan in the future on your own. And then what we're going to do is we're going to unlock a coupon code. So if you get to module 3, which is the third month, there's a coupon code for a free bottle of liquid mag. So I like the idea of having something to look forward to, having something to unlock or get excited about, like, oh, what am I going to get maybe free, or what's going to be a bonus in the next module. So anyways, that's again me kind of nerding out, learning about a new platform. It's been a lot. Like this month has been a lot because we know September's a busy time for us, and we do the best we can to keep up with our current clientele and our current program, and then building, right? Because people want something different, or they're interested in something different, or trying something new. And honestly, I think there's a good number of you that deserve something new and should have the opportunity to try something new, because you're not going to do the same thing forever. Like, there has to be something new and exciting or different to try. And there's a good number of you that should try this, and you'll have that option here as we move forward.
One of the things I would like to ask of you guys is that some of you know that I don't run ads on this show and don't plan on in the immediate future. So the only ask I have for you is that you help us spread the word so we can help more women burn body fat, increase energy, and balance their hormones. And the only way that we can do that is if you can rate and review this podcast. So the single thing that I could have you do, or could ask of you, is to leave a review. It'll take 5 minutes or one swipe of the thumb. It would mean the absolute world to me. And more importantly, you could change the world for someone else. As many of you know, there's plenty of women that struggle in this age group for balancing hormones, increasing energy, and burning body fat. So if you could help spread the word, that would make a big difference in our life and probably someone else's as well.
I talked about the progress before. I just touched on it briefly. Is I think that filling that out weekly, that's number one, but helping you, like your advice in helping out. So Brienne was like, well, why don't you just put a post up and then put it in the app? And a post up went for sure. So we have a scheduled post to remind you guys that should be filled out every week. And we got most of the active clients that are on in our MAP program filled it out, which is great. And if you haven't, you still should, but we'd like that by Monday evening. And then, what was the other thing I was going to mention? So, and Angela put up this really cool graphic on her whiteboard that she shared with the group. I thought it was amazing. So lots of people were commenting, lots of people really enjoyed it. And then Sharon sent me, she's a spreadsheet person. I'm not a spreadsheet person. I really wish I was, but that was awesome. Like, I'm trying to be more of a spreadsheet person. It looked awesome. The last thing was just Angela. Like, that was really cool for her to share and contribute. I think that's like what community is about. And we want you to share, and we want you to contribute, and we want you to like other people's posts and comment. Like, it doesn't take that much time and effort. And I think that that really offers you more value to be more a part of a community. I'll tell you real quick, like, I'm an introvert through and through. And everyone, like, a lot of people are like, well, that's odd. You're in front of a computer or in front of people all the time. And like, I think you would find the good majority of, like, not that I'm consider myself famous by any means, it'd be the opposite, but you would find a lot of famous people introverted. They just have a different, like, aura or energy or gear that they can turn into in front of people, probably because of their profession. So I went to this gym, and it was like that ninja gym where you're swinging around and monkey bars and rings and walls, and it was so hard for me to like, here's the thing, is like, you have a choice, right? Like, you have a choice to, well, like, how can I say, make yourself welcome and be a part of the group, or you can segregate yourself, right? And it's so easy for me just to go and, like, stand in the corner, do my own thing, don't talk to anyone, mind my own business. And I was like, I don't want to do that. So it took like a ton of energy for me to like join the group. What they're banging on, who knows? It took a ton of energy for me to join the group and to like start a conversation and to be like, how you doing? It's different. Like I actually met this gym owner. I met this gym owner and it was a different like experience, right? Like, I'm a professional. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I started that, but different being like as a client in like a group. It takes more effort for me to do that. So I guess what I'm saying for you is that you, like, if you want, you can be a part of the group, but you have to put in the effort to be like, I'm here for the coaching calls. I'm going to put up my own posts. I'm going to answer ask my own questions. I'm going to answer questions. Like, you decide, just like I decide in that like ninja gym atmosphere. Like, I could be a personable person if I want and like join the community and like hang out with them and like small talk. I don't really like, but that's a choice, right? So what I'm saying here is that you would get so much more out of this online community and out of this group if you were to make suggestions, or if you were to comment on someone else's posts, or just to be more involved, show up to the coaching calls, whether you want to or not, or whether it makes you feel awkward. Like, step outside of your comfort zone. I suppose if there's any message today that I could share with you that'd be beneficial, there's so much value in stepping outside your comfort zone. And I did that. And I guess I want to share that with you because I feel like there's probably more introverts than extroverts. And it was just really nice. It was nice to connect with people. It was nice to relate. We talked about who was doing the next Spartan run. What was the last one you did? Like, it was cool. And I'm okay with that. And I don't do it all the time. Rarely. I don't plan on doing it all the time. But if you want to step outside of your comfort zone, if you want to be part of something, like part of a group, then you need to do that. Otherwise, you could be me, hanging out in the corner by yourself, which I'm fine with. And probably some of you are as well. But you would get more value if you were to stretch your comfort zone and do that. Anyways, I digress. I'm out of here. And hopefully you guys have a great day. And I appreciate you being here with us. And get excited because we have some new stuff coming. I'm going to do our new launch last, hopefully the last week of August, if not the first week of September. We are pedal to the metal. Is that how they say it? We've been sprinting here for a long time. So there's going to be a big launch here, and then we'll release that new type of stuff, new platform, new meal plan. So we got a lot coming up here in September. So I hope you guys are excited and ready to rock and roll. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.